Hi there. This is my third video where I'll be talking about sexual health and contraceptives. So when people think of birth control, there are three categories that they tend to subdivide into. There's behavioral, there's barrier methods, and then there's hormonal methods. For behavioral, there are actually two methods that are incredibly effective, both of which start with A. I say that as a joke, but genuinely avoiding penis and vagina sex in favor of other kinds of sex are effective at preventing pregnancy, not always effective at preventing STIs. That can be spread through most forms of genital contact, but pregnancy specifically, there are ways around it. You can also not have sex. Abstinence is a completely valid choice that many people make until marriage or just as long as they want to. Now, there are also a lot of hormonal methods, which typically work by messing with the ovulation cycle, preventing it altogether, or changing when it's going to happen through a drip of hormones that lasts for varying amounts of time depending on the method you choose. Of these methods, IUD is probably the most effective percentage-wise. It's typically cited as over 99% effective, and it is a device that is inserted into the uterus in a process that frankly sounds pretty painful, but people who have had it, many say it's worth it. I think it just comes down to the individual person. This one is going to last for up to 10 years, although this does vary depending on the type you get. There's also an implant that goes into your arm instead and provides hormones from there. This one lasts about 3 years and is also incredibly effective at over 99%. There's a shot that goes in at a similar place, but can be up to 99% effective, but doesn't have the same level of reputability and quality as the previous two methods do. There's also a patch that you can put onto your arm as sort of a prescription thing where you get a bunch of them and then can use them as is appropriate. And these are appealing because they're temporary, painless, and are just nice and convenient. There's also a ring that gets inserted into the vagina and removed in 3 weeks, so it's a fairly it's not a very long-lived device, but it is up to 99% effective. And then there's the pill, famously. This is obtained by prescription, and you take a pill at the same time every day. It's important not to miss one if you want the efficacy to be maintained, and can also be up to 99% effective. And then finally, there are barrier methods. Now, the classic one everyone thinks of is condoms, which are incredibly effective. They're well known to be effective, and they also prevent the spread of STIs instead of just blocking pregnancy, because there's a physical barrier that prevents germs from getting through. And these are available at local clinics. You can get them at Planned Parenthood. You can buy them at pharmacies, and you're going to want to store them in someplace that's cool and dry so that you're not damaging them through movement or heat, because they are latex generally, although there are options for people who are allergic to that. And there's also internal condoms, which are similar structure to a condom, but inserted into the vagina instead of put over the penis. And you think of these today as latex devices, but they actually have a very long history. Women in Versailles would use lemon wedges as internal condoms when they didn't want to get pregnant, which is a frankly insane amount of dedication. And withdrawal is also called the pull-out method. It's effective when done correctly, not a guarantee that it will be done correctly, though. And if you have any questions about these birth control methods, then Planned Parenthood is an incredible organization that you should reach out to. There are also many sources online. In terms of what to look out for, there are things called crisis pregnancy centers that their whole purpose is to masquerade as an abortion clinic, but then try and talk women out of abortions, usually out of a religious motivation. So just beware with what you're getting into when you see one of those. And that's about it. Thank you.